Hi, welcome to HZ. My name is Laura. I'm originally from Republic of Moldova and I do chemistry.
Now we're in the labs, so come in, I'll show you around. Being a student at HZ, you can see for yourself that high quality education and practice go hand in hand here and that they are highly valued. This is our biology lab. This is the place that we use for our biology and biochemistry practices. And throughout this year, we have done lots of interesting and innovative experiments here. For instance, we've used this lab to work with GMOs, synthesize our own bioethanol from corn, and we've even used it to find the gender of an unknown person. But we have some more amazing places I would like to show you, so please follow me. Welcome to my favorite part of the building, and specifically the machine lab. For a chemist, it is very important to make sure that you always get the analyte that you saw. And at HZ, we do it here in the machine lab because we have a multitude of apparatus and machines that we can choose from, such as modern HPLCs, GCs, or GCs-MS. And even what's more important and better is that by working here, you get a chance to work alongside your lecturers and the researchers from the university's research group.
My name is Tanja Moerdijk. I'm a lecturer in chemistry and a researcher within the research group Marine Bio-based Specialties. Within this research group, we have a variety of projects, all focusing on innovative solutions to save the planet and make a better world. We have a great variety of topics we work on, such as sustainable alternative protein sources in relation with human food, but also with cattle feed. Together with entrepreneurs, we research for innovative products such as edible plastics in cooperation also with other universities, what makes it very interesting for students to work on. Overall, the ocean covers up to 70% of the Earth's surface, and we don't take advantage enough of this opportunity. So, in the research group, we try to undiscover the secrets of the ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Delia. I'm a second-year chemistry student at HZ. I am from Romania and she is my colleague.
I'm Lola. I'm also a second-year student in chemistry at HZ and I come from France.
I chose Netherlands because in this country the education is not expensive, like comparing with other countries like England, for example. And another advantage is that everybody speaks English. So if you go to a store or you have medical problems or stuff, you will not have this barrier language between you and the people. So it's really helpful. Believe me, it's really helpful. You don't have to know English only in school, but it's going to be useful also outside the school because you will also have a personal life. And I really liked HZ because I've heard about his lab practicals. There are like a lot, so we are in touch with the actual chemistry field like a lot. And also I like the part that the theory is really connected with the practical, so you don't study something that you don't really need. What about you, Lola?
I chose to study here because it would give me an international environment right away. I knew I wanted to study abroad and we have an international class in here with a student that comes from all over Europe and all over the world. Also, most of all was the practical part. We have around 50% of our study program is practicals. We also get to have internships at the end of our study program, and we graduate with a year of work experience, and that was something that was really valuable to me.
Yeah, that's also true. And also that you manage the internships. During the study we have to do a minor and internship, and also what HZ offers is that you can do your minor or your internship abroad. So you don't have to stay in the Netherlands, you can even travel to work and also focus on your studies, so you can do both in the same time, which I found really nice.
Yeah. The one thing that I really liked is that when I came here to do the open day, I got to visit the labs already, and it's very modern lab. We have good equipment, and it's really helpful for all the practicals that we get to do. And we're also going to open a new lab with even better equipment.
Yeah.
For the study year 2022-2023.
Yes. So we have a lot of labs, but they are also really connected to the theory, because you cannot go into the lab without knowing what you're doing. So we are first learning how to do it and how the principle of a certain method works in the theory lessons, and then we are gonna apply it into the practical lessons. So we are not gonna study something that is not useful for us, or it's too old, it's a really old technique that now is not gonna be used. So everything is up to date and really connected to each other.
As soon as we get in the second year, we can also assist the first years as lab assistants, which means that we're helping them doing the labs that we did the year before. And it's nice because it keeps us on our toes with the techniques that we learned in the first year that we don't usually redo in the second year, but it's techniques that are always useful when working in the labs. Another good thing that we get about studying in this university is that we graduate with a company network as well as work experience. As soon as we get into the first year, we have an assignment to visit a company. So that means we already have to contact companies and to study their laboratory equipments. That also entails that we're gonna see how somebody that graduates with a bachelor such as ours gets to do in the lab.
During this almost 2 years at Hazel, we performed a lot of labs, but I have to say that my favorite one was the beer brewing. It was actually our first lab. We had to brew our own beer, and afterwards, of course, that we had to tested it to see if it's safe to drink, because afterwards we had a contest. So we had to serve the beer to multiple people, and during the contest we had a jury as teachers and also other students around Hazet. And I can say proudly that me and Lola, we were in the same team and we actually won the contest, and the prize was actually another bottle of beer, which I found it really nice. What about you, Lola?
My favorite lab so far is actually a more recent one, is in the block that we're doing right now. The block is about forensics, and the lab is based on DNA. We get to extract our own DNA and analyze it using the PCR technique, which is actually the same technique that they're using for COVID right now. The labs and the theory lessons are separated into two different domains, which are applied chemistry and life sciences. Both of them are quite different, but also work together well. That's why we study both of them for the first 2 years. But in the third year, for the first semester of the third year, we choose a major, which is either applied chemistry or life sciences. Myself, I want to do life sciences because I'm really interested in how the body works, how the cells interact between themselves, and how everything works together and make us humans.
Choose applied chemistry because I think I'm a more practical person, that I like to make solutions and then analyze them through different methods. I like to get a sample and maybe somebody would ask me like, okay, so what's in that sample? And I'll be like, well, I'm going to find out. Through different methods, we get the chance to learn about separations, spectroscopy, titrations. So there are like multiple methods that you really learn about. Now maybe you're wondering what kind of like jobs you can find. Well, if you chose to follow applied chemistry, you can work as a researcher. Like if you find a company and then your employer will be like, okay, I need a method in order to study, I don't know, let's say the alcohol in certain beverage or in certain solution, or you want to find a method in which you want to improve a certain product. So you need to think for yourself to find the best method with the knowledge that you had in the university. And there are like a lot of companies that actually is looking for this kind of people. We have here in Zealand, we have Agilent, which is looking for people interested in separations, but we also have Dow Chemicals that is dealing with a lot of raw material, so they are producing a lot of raw material that will be afterwards distributed to other companies for the final products. We also have in Amsterdam Shell and many other companies, so you will find it really easy. So personally, a career that I would like is to work in the quality control area, to get samples, analyze them if they're like good to go to the people or not. Maybe some companies will hire me to say like, okay, we need to run some tests on our products to be sure that they can be sent to the market. And if I say no, they will be like, okay, but what should we do? How can we solve this? And I also have to come with a solution to help them. So I think this kind of stuff are what I would like to do, or work in this spectroscopy or separations area. I think these are my goals for now.
For the life science sector, it's possible to work in pharmaceutical research, for example, or help, for example, in the COVID crisis. As I mentioned earlier, the PCR technique that they're using to check if you have COVID or not when you take a COVID test, it's already something that we're studying right now as second-year university students. So it's something that you could do, like work in a lab as soon as you graduate with a bachelor. I personally want to continue on with a master, so that's also possible when you graduate from here, but you can already work with your bachelor. Another work opportunity that you can get is working in forensics. We had this example of a student that studied here at TZ a few years ago, and she's right now studying in forensics to continue on and become a forensics analyst.
So guys, thank you for listening to us. We hope we made you realize how nice and good it is to study at HZ, the opportunities that you have at HZ, and we hope that we are gonna see you next year.
We hope that you've enjoyed the tour, and we cannot wait to welcome you at HZ. See you!
Gerai, grįžtam ir dar vieno universiteto aptarimas. Nerijau, ar tu esi sužavėtas HZ universitetu, HZ University of Applied Sciences, ar tau jis ne kažką?
Tikrai, Karolis, sužavėtas esu, tikrai manęs klaustų, ar rinkčiausi universitetą, tai be jokio abejonių. Jeigu įdėmiai klausėt viso to pranešimo, iš esmės tikrai pasižiūrėjo tas turbūt sąlygas, kokias suteikia studentam laboratorijas, tikriausiai matėt, kurias rodė labai intensyviai. Ir pačių programų pasirinkimas, tikrai, jeigu įsigilinsit į pačias studijų programas, ką mes čia nuolat ir vakar ir šiandieną kalbam, tai nuolatos kalbam apie tai, apie kokybę ir apie tas labai tikslingas studijų programas.
Mes jau 16 valandų kalbam tą patį.
Tikrai, Karoli, tikrai taip, bet aš galvoju, kad kiekvienas atsirenka savo tinkamą informaciją ir tikrai apdorojęs ją atsirenka tai, kas jam yra priimtiniausia. Tai HZ tikrai rekomenduoju kaip universitetą, kurį tikrai verta važiuoti studijuoti.